Hello and welcome to episode 12. We left you on a little bit of a cliffhanger with the last episode because you might have noticed that instead of answering your questions in the second half, we pivoted a little bit and let Grizlar and Dr. Blake had some fun in the Major's base because, why not? Due to technical difficulties on the part of some of our other players. So we'll be starting this off with a bang. Not literally, thankfully, but to go ahead and get us started, Sophia, what are you up to? Where can people find you? Anything you want to promote or plug?
Hi everyone, I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, we. You can find me on Blue Sky at Nerdy Teddy. Should be getting really close to Fields of the Dead coming back on Nerds with Dice. So go check that out. Second half of the second season. Very queer zombie apocalypse show. Nerds with Dice is, of course, still raising money for the Trans Latina Coalition. That will be happening through the rest of July as well. So check all of those amazing games out. I will be in a couple of them, Vampire the Masquerade and Blue Rose. So go, come support, have fun. We hope to see you there.
Awesome. And Blake, what are you up to? Where can people find you?
Of course, you can find me here, so go watch old episodes as you need to. You can also find me at the Coziest Trauma Corner, play Sometimes Sensibilities on Wednesdays, and also a new show coming out, Rolls We Roll, co-hosted by me and then Natalie, aka Ghostly Candle, so it's going to be a good time. But yes, otherwise, catch me here.
Awesome. And Rain, what are you up to? Where can people find your cryptid social media nets?
Hello, I am Rain. My pronouns are they, he. I am ostensibly found at Rainbow Tiefling, various places on the internet, primarily Instagram. I am not up to much. I'll pass it back to our director.
Awesome. I am Kayla, just KD Dalliance, depending on where you find me on the web and some variation therein. Just go ahead and check out that link tree, the / just gay K. I do too many things for me to remember or for me to proliferate in this media without boring you to tears. So go check that out. We are currently playing in TV, the RPG, which is a system designed and made to play in a style similar to movies and TV shows. There are focuses on genres and totally backstory, and not bullshit points. And to be played very cinematically. We'll just kind of jump into it, because what's currently happening right now is, Todd, you are panicking in the elevator going down. You just left Vi behind in the server room. What's going on with you as you're making your way back down to the floor you guys work on?
Very concerned I made the wrong choice, because from Todd's point of view, it would have been easier to blame this on Todd having some kind of mental break after being forced into a marriage with his best friend. And also, Todd doesn't have whatever secret thing we were supposed to be doing, on his person. So, very worried about Vi being the one that was left in the room, but also wanted to listen to her. So, yeah, having a internal crisis. And, praying out loud to any nanobots that might be listening. Can you just do, the floor swallow thing again, Vi? Could you just, open up and then just, whisk her off somewhere? That sounds feasible. Please? Please.
Okay. As you're pleading with the nanites out loud and the elevator door opens, how subtle are you with this,
Please have my favorite lunch in the cafeteria today. What's up, team?
Wait, so back in R?
Yeah,
I
Todd is
assume so.
panicking
Todd,
and back with you guys right now.
Tom, didn't we just have lunch? Grizlar's confused. And where's Vi?
I got stuck in the server room and I don't know what's happening. And I think it might be really bad. But she told me
Okay,
to run to it, and
so then we should go back to the server room then.
I think getting more people involved might be a mistake.
We can't just leave Vi.
Oh, you know, I agree with you, but she told me to. Okay, Maevis, please be a tiebreaker. What do we do?
We should go get Vi.
Okay.
With Grizlar
I've been outvoted. Let's go.
Well, wait, do we, above table, do we hear, because it's the 80th floor, so we don't hear any security on our level, like it doesn't travel that far down, like on that floor?
Yeah, it does not travel that far down.
Can I do something? I'm gonna stop a Red Panda and say, Grizlar's heard there's a big mess on the 80th floor. I'm gonna say wherever Todd said the room is. I was gonna tell the Red Panda there's a big mess on the floor. So I'm just gonna tell Red Panda that.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, it may help they have to go in there. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna hurt. So
I mean, they're hive mind controlled, like connected, so this one doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah, but he can tell them to go there though, so that's fine. It's fine. I did what I did. So we're taking the elevator then.
We can. But I said it's fixed now.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yes. Yes, Grizzo understands. It's definitely fixed and a very nice elevator.
Super smooth. Smoothest elevator I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Grizzo agrees the best one that Grizzo's ever been on. So I guess we all hop in the elevator.
Yeah, so you can hop in the elevator. Are you going immediately to the 80th floor where you know there's an active alarm sounding situation?
Is there a stairway? So there's a staircase that goes through the entire building, correct, as well? So a different entrance, I assume? Can we go to the 79th floor, then walk up the staircase? Because I assume it's going to lead to somewhere to the floor. Is it the same area that they get off at, or is there a different staircase where it comes up to the 80th floor?
It's probably a slightly different area because I don't know most places that have the two next to each other, because the whole point is you're not supposed to take the elevator in a fire situation. You're supposed to take the staircase because it's the elevator is one becomes a fire chimney situation. And also, you know, once the cords of the elevator are burned through, everything falls.
So then go to the 79th floor and then take the stairs. Yeah, if we can.
That is possible. I will say the alarm is loud enough that when you get off at the 79th floor, you do hear like very faintly the alarm going off above you.
Okay. As we're going up, so Grizlar's like, so what, are there any, or something we're going to fight, or what is holding Vi back, if you know, Todd?
There were several security bots and one security worker in the server room when I left. Two security workers, technically. One of them I knocked out. The other one still conscious. So 5 security bots, 4 still active and working. 1 melted to the floor in the hallway.
Okay. Oh, those things are not a joke. Okay. Well, I
And
guess
like full
we're
disclosure, the one that I melted to the floor probably does still have use of his arm, so like not a total non-threat.
okay. Okay, so maybe a little fighting. Okay, Grizz understands. Um, hmm. Can we, if we, when we get to the floor, do we see people like, are there more screamouts rushing towards, like, to get inside that building, the room, or what do we see once we get to the floor from the staircase?
Yeah, so it does seem to be a hive of activity. If we flip over to the map, it does seem like someone's working at that security thing. It takes probably another couple minutes, and then the alarm and the lights go off, but you could still see that there's that like alert on the computers themselves. Um, uh, but you do see that it is like swarmed by security guards. Like there seems to be people working on uh the robot that got melted. There seems to be, it is kind of like flooded the area with security.
Okay. Grizlar has a small idea. I mean, Grizlar is still technically a janitor, and we are on paper duty, so maybe they have us helping out clean as a team, since we can't go out. It's plausible enough in Grizlar's opinion.
Yeah. Or maybe we heard the alarm and came to help.
Hmm. Yes. Yes, Chris, that's a much better idea. There we go. We're here to help. I mean, yes. Okay.
Should I not be here?
I mean, are they going to reckon?
Two of them might recognize me.
Well, does Grizzard know that Maevis does like fashion and stuff? Like, is that like a pretty known thing? We're gonna ask that question.
I mean, I guess Maevis, would you have been like open with that?
Mavis, I don't know how open, but I don't think Mavis is like trying to hide it, like hide the business aspect of it for sure at this point, but like not that like she's really into like fashion and like sketching out outfits and stuff.
Grizzard's gonna turn to Maevis. Maevis, could you do a quick makeover for Todd? Just just a quick something to make Todd look different. Is that possible?
Davis is deep in thought.
I mean, yeah, that's possible.
Okay. Then that way no one recognizes Todd because Todd will look like Todd.
To be fair, I don't think that Todd was in his like intern Inferno get up when we went in. Just like normal like office clothes. But yeah, what do you have easily accessible, Maevis?
What would Mavis have easily accessible? I mean, the probably maybe easiest thing that she has like easily acceptable in an or accessible in an elevator is just a scarf, like a light scarf, just like for fashion, but that could be used to maybe help
Cool.
disguise that.
So we're like, Todd's like hopping on one foot, putting on his spandex intern Inferno costume, and like grabbing Maevis' scarf and wrapping it around his face.
Are you doing this like on the 79th floor in the stairwell on the way to like where are you doing this?
Stairwell on the way.
I mean, the elevator would make sense. We'd have a little bit of time in the elevator too. I feel like.
Okay, so you are changing into your costume plus the like scarf Maevis gives you.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you using this scarf?
Just wrapping around like the bottom half of his face, like people that refuse to wear masks in early COVID times. Just though this counts.
My face is covered, it counts. Yeah. Okay, and you still have like your villain like domino mask on, right?
Yeah.
So you put that on with the rest of your outfit and then scarf around your face. Okay. Yeah, I think, you know, if you had just got up in normal office clothes, this looks very different than last your Party City villain outfit looks very different than just plain office clothes.
Perfect. See, we got this. And so then are we at the...
Yeah, so I think you're at the entrance to the floor. It's in a different hallway than the elevator. So you're going to come through that door that Todd saw at the end of the hallway to get to the server room from the area that you come up on the 80th floor. But you guys are like at the stairwell door to the 80th floor.
Okay. Ready to go inside, team? We're just gonna let's go. Yeah, we're just gonna go inside. And we don't see anyone walking in and out, correct? It's still just...
I mean, you hear movement and things. Like, it's not a calm place right now. Like, there was just a breach that it sounds like people are moving about.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You're sitting there at the door.
Go inside. Oh, well, let's say open. We're going to go in.
Heard the alarm. We're here to help.
Yes.
Is that the first thing Todd says as they go through the door?
Pretty much. I think like if we're all like rushing in, like, yeah, like.
Where's the breach?
We gotta take down. Let's go.
I would just like to point out that this sounds very hero.
We're protecting our secret base. This sounds very henchman. It is hero, then I get a +3 to my synergy bonus. It's not directly related to anything good.
Yeah, if you want to drama roll this, I will give you the direct to good, because that sounded very hero to be like, we are here to help.
Let's go. Whatever gives that vote, yes.
It's 14. The worst it could be.
Yeah, so I think you get like a slight pause of like people being like, what? And then probably the better of the options from that failure could happen where you just kind of like get ignored.
Cool. Do we see Vi?
No, so you have to go down to the server room. So like I said,
we're in there yet.
Where the stairwell comes out is on the other side of that door at the end of the hallway that Todd and Vi saw. And then right through that door is the server room.
So we rushed down that way. After the great speech by Todd, we're gonna...
Yeah. So you all get there and it is completely swarmed with security guards and people right now, since that's where the alarm went off from. But yeah, you guys can very easily see it. You come in the entrance, you see that same map that Vi and Todd saw during their mission last time. Todd, you do recognize there are more people, actual security guards in there. There seems to be two of them working on that bot whose feet you melted to the floor. It's kind of flailing a little bit because it can't move its feet, but they're like working on it and trying to figure out, do they like just like take the legs off? Do they separate it from the floor? Like, what do they do?
Okay. And do we also see Vi?
I would say you see that there's a large gathering in the server room. I think your vision of Vi is probably blocked by the giant security bots, but you can assume probably that, you know, where there is a coalition of these security bots is probably where Vi is.
Okay. So Grizlar's going to walk in because they're just there to help. The security bots, they can talk, right? Like they're.
I mean, the security bots cannot talk, but
Okay.
there are security guards in there. There's like 4 of them in the first room.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna pause for a second. All right, so you find yourself at Mama Jean's and kind of like the back booth that has very quickly become your impromptu meeting place for a lot of things. I think someone dressed in like a mock 50s outfit that has probably a name tag that says Mama Jean, but is definitely not Mama Jean, has taken your orders, given you your drinks. So you all are there by yourself for the moment.
Well, things are definitely well, things have changed. Grizlar is still trying to process the change. New organization definitely is. They definitely are villains. Grizlar will say that. And I think at this point, I think Grizlar already filled in the situation. So essentially, we're definitely a part of the crew. If we don't do what they say, they do have access to get our loved ones. So you guys would know that.
What do we have an idea of, like, going forward, their general plan beyond just
yes,
over
Grizlar. Yes, Grizlar remembers. It's what did the Major say? Oh, anarchy. Their major plan is they want to take down everything, and then because in their opinion, villains should be in here should be able to decide what they want to. They don't like the whole commercialization of it. In Grizzly's opinion, it's kind of silly because isn't what the organization doing it already villain enough? But besides the point, the Major wants to take down everything and just, I guess, kind of start again. Hopefully,
like
Grizlar makes sense
actual
with that.
crime.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, and he gave us all. Oh, here's your phones too, because we all have to now. Because our hands out the phones, because they gave us phones, right? He's like, we have to carry this, and so they're just going to message us when they need us, and we have to comply. the base was nice, I guess. So I mean, some bright side, I guess. Dr. Rash really liked the lab. It was all updated, and he's gonna have access to it. So there's that. Grizlar would admit that he did want to challenge a major to a kaiju battle, but Grizlar does not want to endanger anybody's family. So
I also don't want to endanger anyone's family, but I'm not sure that I'm fully sold on all of this.
yes, Grizlar agrees, and Grizlar is put into that hard position as well because they have access to those that we love. But Grizlar's thinking, what if Grizlar is kind of old school to make sure that all the phones are off that he gave him. So all the phones are off. Like he's that old kind of like partner. They're bugging us. Turns off all the phones. What if we take over that organization? I mean, it sounds wild, but it's the only other option is to Grizlar is even worse. So
Do a coup of the coup.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Which
Is
coup
this
of the
triple
coup?
agent?
Well, yes and no. Grizlar doesn't necessarily agree with what the organization is doing because Grizlar still hates what they did to Vi, making her have to work there. But at least we'll have our own thing, and then we can make our own decisions. And whether that's being heroes, villains, whatever, at least we'll get to decide.
Okay. I guess I just have a question. Were they clear when they? Not all of us have, let's say, conventional families. Were they clear on who exactly they meant by who was in danger?
They showed Grizlar a scene of Grizlar's wife and kids through satellite imagery or something or another when they were making that a threat. So Grizlar's not sure if they have anyone else, but I assume the major, if anything, they are meticulous. They find anything that they could use. They've been that way since Grizlar's known them.
So, Grizlar, you would remember they showed you a globe with a bunch of dots on it, and you continued to push them, so they punched in on one of the dots, and it was your wife and kids at the park. So he was giving you an example of like, no, we know where everyone is.
Got you. Yep. So Grizlar explains that. So yeah, Grizlar, they had, yes, they are tracking it constantly. It seems like so.
Okay. That's not ideal. And I think Mavis is going to pull out like her personal phone, and she's going to text two people. The first one is her mother. I'm assuming they have some sort of code for situations like this that Mavis is supposed to like be like, hey, just like so she knows like to watch her back just in case something were to go wrong for some reason.
Do you think it would be actual like words, like some sort of coded like message to her, or do you think it would be like a random emoji?
Ooh, I think it would just be a random emoji. Just something that's not going to look suspicious necessarily.
Okay, and what random emoji have you and your mom picked as your essential bat signal of trouble?
I am trying to think just because it would have to be something that wouldn't be suspicious, but that they wouldn't use regularly.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Yes, please.
Because my brain immediately went to just like a singular crescent moon because of how all of your attacks are kind of branded.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like that. Yeah, so I think she just texts a single crescent moon to her mother. And then she opens up a rarely used text message and types out, I know you probably don't want to talk to me, but I think we really, really need to talk. And I'll let you decide if she gets an answer back from that.
Now, I guess my clarified question would be, is this your sibling or is this your father?
Oh, definitely sibling, because
Okay.
she would not message her father.
I think you just get like that question mark reaction to the text message.
Can we meet?
I mean, yeah, I think you just get exactly this in a text message. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm at the skate park this weekend if you want to stop by.
Okay. I can do that.
And I think he just sends the like thumbs up emoji back.
Yeah, fair enough.
How old would you say your sibling is at this point?
I'd assume, I don't know if I've said it before, but I assume that Maevis is like early 20s, like 23 at the oldest kind of thing, and I think he'd be just a couple years older, like 25, 26.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that you just get the thumbs up, and I think radio silence from that point. Would you? How would you categorize your relationship with your sibling? It's obviously not very active because you said long disused text message. But would you call it hostile or would you just call it like neutral? Like you both just don't reach out.
Hostile doesn't sound like quite the right word. It's somewhere in between the two of them, of neutral and hostile.
Yeah, like so like more like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the waitress comes over with your food at that point, whatever it is that you would have ordered.
I do have a question. Is Tranger, so Tranger is a hero, but is he like a corporate hero or is he like a true hero, my cousin? Like, is he like a hero despite like the organizations, or is he just like a hero in name for that?
So
If that makes sense.
very few are either a hero or villain outside of an organization. The vast majority of people, like 98% of them, are corporation heroes or corporation villains at this point, which is a reason why the Major has such an issue with it. He started his own company, I believe, with your cousin.
Formal.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was going to send just a message saying, what would it take to become a hero? Because Grizlar knows how he's seen to the family. He doesn't know what's going to respond. He's going to text him that. Just kind of keep it kind of vague for safety reasons and just say that.
I think you get a text message that's like, do you mean like moving companies?
Yeah. He's gonna say yes. Yeah, he's gonna say yes. Just have this in the back. So he's gonna say yes. Just have this in the background. So yeah, he's gonna say yes. Grizlar hates the fact that Grizlar may be letting down the family. So Grizlar's just opening his mind to possibilities. Is what he texts back.
I mean, in theory, like you would get hired at a hero company, and then that PR team would take over and do the like heel turn from bad guy to good guy and like set up that storyline, or give you a whole new persona and just like don't mention it ever again. I mean, I would really be between like you and the PR team and management at whatever company you picked, and they go into like a big like corporate,
God, he's corporate. Ugh.
like meandering explanation of things.
So in this moment, Grizlar does think, okay, like yes, the Major has like some right points, but the way he's going about it, Grizlar doesn't agree with. So it's like that kind of like, I get what you're saying. So he just sighs and just puts his phone down. He texts back Trigger saying, okay, thank you for the information, appreciate it, and that's yeah.
I think your phone is still buzzing because he's still sending text messages with the explanation you asked for. A very detailed corporate explanation of like what would happen.
You guys hear Grizlar mumble like, and Tormund works with him, like what the just gonna put it on silent. Just
what's going on there, Grizlar? Would you?
I was trying to text my cousin, maybe because they're quote unquote a hero. And long story short, I got kind of shunned at our family meeting because what happened at the live stream. But apparently, they're just as much as corporate as the company we just left. So I don't think they're going to be able to help at all either. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't suppose this new organization that's popping up is exactly going to be the let's form a contract type.
Yep. So
we need like a proper hero. Do we know any proper heroes?
Maevis, are you gonna reveal yourself as a hero nerd in this moment?
Do we know any?
So here's the thing. Technically, Todd would know this, but I haven't talked to anybody but our GM about this. But Todd would know that there are superheroes in Maevis' family.
I think Todd says that, and there's like his eyes like track from talking to Grizlar, look down at the table, and then just kind of look up at Maevis as he's finishing the sentence.
I already texted my brother. I refuse to text my dad, but I already texted him.
Okay. Oh, so they're a hero? Like that's like the heroes of old, kind of.
Kind of. We'll say kind of.
Yeah, I would say Maevis, you don't really know about your brother. Like, the last thing you remember hearing was like when you all were young, your brother was like your dad's sidekick. But you don't remember hearing anything else about your brother in that regards. You do know that your dad was more of like a freelance hero rather than just with one corporation, which caused some contention with your mom because she was like, you can get more money and climb up the ladder quicker if you just picked one and stayed with it rather than bouncing around wherever you felt like. And you wouldn't go stretches of time without work if you weren't doing the freelance thing, but were instead with a corporation, like, you know, trying to get them to provide or contribute more. Be like, you know, if you weren't out of work ever so often, it would be better. It was one of the contention points that led to fights in things with your mom and your dad.
It's complicated. I would say I have. But I guess I don't really know, but either way I need to talk to him. We'll find out.
Just be careful, because Grizlar said like they shouldn't be tracking sometimes, but they can. And so I don't know if they're Grizzlies know if they're monitoring it all the time, but just be careful.
Yeah.
Hey, Maevis, this is gonna seem very unimportant given everything that's going on right now, but do you think you can make me a new suit?
Yeah, we can do that at with all of Dot's new resources. Yeah, I can definitely.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking about a name change beyond Intermediate Inferno. And I also thought it might be kind of cool to get a new flame suit that's like blue.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. We we definitely have the resources for that. Trade you favors? Come to the skate park with me this weekend?
Yeah, I can do that.
Grizzo thinks that new suit is going to look awesome.
Yeah. Is there a way to do it without? I mean, I know. Look, I know my wife, but is there a way to do it without her knowing?
I mean, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can do that. I have access and permission to do most things without having to ask. So I can definitely.
So here's what I was kind of thinking for a name, if we could embroider it onto the suit, and Todd like types out on his phone and then just kind of like shows it to Maevis. And
so it looks affronted.
I just want it to be a surprise. It says Mr. Winter.
Adorable, and yes, I can do that.
Grizzo looks on jealously, like, okay, Grizzo doesn't want to know either right now. It's fine. Grizzo can wait.
Okay, I'll tell you.
I mean, Grizzo, if you want to, I mean, Grizzo doesn't really.
So as Todd works on their redesign and new villain name, we are going to cut to Vi, and Vi can let us know what they were up to or what they would like to do. You've been at the safe house. You've been kind of given a safe space to do what you want to. They did tell you where they're going. They did tell you we're going to Mama Jean's to like figure things out. Take the time you need. And so they're just kind of sitting in what has become your back corner booth in Mama Jean's.
Okay. How far away is Mama Jean's?
Probably pretty close. I will say the probably safe house that Sub-Zero messaged Grizlar is maybe like a block and a half from Mama Jean's.
Okay, then Vi, when they wake up, is going to attempt to like find something like to cover, to like a jacket with a hood to like, but like a little bit oversized, which is probably hard, but I guess like Vi's not the only giant one in the world, so that it's long enough to kind of hide her nose, since she's got kind of a, well, no, in her human form, it's still pretty flat, but and she is going to sneak out the back and try and sneak like not on the street or whatever to Mama Jean's, and yeah, try and get in there without being caught or seen by pedestrians.
Yeah, it's kind of like starting to go into the night part of things, so it's pretty easy to like navigate with like the hood up and like avoiding the main streets, getting to Mama Jean's. Mama Jean's is like, when I say diner, I mean like 50s themed diner, but definitely is like where the truckers go to go eat and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they come off the highway and go eat there because it's like always open.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty easy to get there without being seen, just kind of like sticking to either alleys or not the main street and getting there.
Okay. And then Vi goes in and like walks in, sits at the booth. And is like, okay, what happened? What? What?
So yeah, so Grizlar explained like the whole like major situation. So Grizlar's like, yes, the major's fully villain now. He's anarchy, wants to take down all the systems, bring it back to what it used to be, kind of. But in coolness, well, no, I can't. I don't want to spoil what Todd has doing, but so yeah. So Grizlar explains that. Explains that he reached out to Trangar, but he's just a corporate. He's all from the corporate, so he can't help us. Yeah.
So, what is our plan?
Oh, well, Grizlar's
Why
idea.
do we need heroes?
Well, Grizlar's idea in general is just to take over. What is their name? What is the major's like whole name for their whole operations? I forget.
I mean, they didn't give you an organization name. As far as he's concerned, he is the organization.
Got you. Grizlar just wants to take down the major and just take over it and then do whatever we want to do from there. And then we thought heroes could maybe help us do that. And if not, well, and by heroes, we mean true heroes, not ones that are connected to any kind of corporation. But yeah.
Okay.
Definitely want to take down the major, though. That's.
Do we think that people under the major are true believers? Or do we think that they are also captive, essentially, if our families are being watched?
That is a good question. Grizlar, we didn't get much time down there. We spent most of it at the lab, which they had a really nice lab. Dr. Rosh loved it. He has lots of things there. So we didn't get to whole... I feel like they weren't showing us a lot to kind of keep us still... not at arm's reach, but just, I think we're the new ones there. So there were still some things that they're probably not showing us. So the answer to the question is Grizlar is unsure how the people feel about it.
And I will say he was clear with you, like, this is just the first level of the base. Like, he didn't take you guys deep into it, but you got a feeling like
It's big.
From just the one single level you guys were on, like, that was a massive level. It sounds like it went deep into whatever mountain or situation it was on. So it's probably a very large base. And I mean, you both know the major. He doesn't make something and then not have people in it. Like,
so
he can really do this.
A thing that I'm thinking is, if he's made something this big, there's no way somebody else doesn't know about it already.
I mean, he did say that he recently, I mean, he lost a leg and ended up killing someone else that maybe found above table. Did he, because he fought someone, lost his leg, and is that someone who found out about it, or someone who just he was working with that tried to flip?
so he
got in a fight.
He almost got caught by Death Laser, because remember, they do have kind of like a death squad out after him.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he managed to get away and like take out whoever was after him, but at the cost of a leg.
So you're not wrong. People are trying to, at least our old company is trying to take him down, but they probably not the only ones. I assume the hero ones are as well, because this is their livelihoods at stake too. So
I would like to suggest a plan B. If the hero thing doesn't work out. We have the resources to protect our families. Like, it would not be easy, but if we could get them to safe places, we could just go public.
oh, and when you say that, Grizlar's like instantly thinks about Tormund, because Tormund's a kind of he's a blog, whatever. He's one who like definitely. So yes, Grizlar just
Whether or not Grizlar expresses this or pumps up the fact, his cousin has a small kaiju podcast called Tormund Talks.
It's big to him, but he'd definitely be down to throw something like this. So because he's always been that kind of not extreme, but like they're the kind of people that would help with that, but that wouldn't be afraid to post that. I don't think.
Can you elaborate on what you mean by go public? Just with all of the info, or
well, no, we could edit what we need to. We don't have to talk about our personal lives if we don't want to, but we could essentially see. What I'm thinking is, it's not just, I mean, I don't think it doesn't feel like it would just be the hero corporations and the villain corporations that would know about the major and where he is, if his organization really is that big. Like, okay, hold on. Time out. Above table, is there regular civil law enforcement?
I mean, yes, but as probably a good benefit with the fact that there aren't true villains anymore,
Right.
probably defunded, probably more like security theater or just like
there's probably somebody that still does parking tickets.
yeah, there's still probably people just doing parking tickets, but it's probably more like there for events, maybe, but I would say defunded, and it has gone to other places that make
As it
more
should.
sense. Yes, as it should, but the
Okay,
benefit
so
to
then,
that.
but there's still regular things like a mayor and a governor and things like that. Okay. Back to the table.
We'll have to do a
Go
question
ahead.
too, and the people know, like, so, and everyone knows, so like it's all entertainment. Everyone knows this, right? Like everyone just knows that all of it's kind of fake, correct? Or just the people working in the corporations know, or is that like is this general common knowledge for everybody on the world that it's all kind of fake, like the know it's just entertainment? Is that a fair assessment?
I mean, it's one of those things where like, yeah, everyone knows it, but like no one talks about it, kind of things.
Gotcha.
Like,
Okay.
you know how the things in reality TV shows aren't real, but like no one talks
What?
about it.
No.
Manufactured and edited to look that way, like
Okay.
kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, back to the table. It feels to me like there could be some investigating done to see who knows about the major, and then go public and say, so and so knows that there's this threat and they're keeping it hidden and they're not trying to actually do anything about it. And so like a little bit of not chaos, but like distrust.
So like investigative journalism, like the layperson's hero. It's a different form of hero.
Yes, but it would have to be enough so that it's kind of one of those things that, sometimes somebody's a whistleblower, but then somehow, some way, like the door blows off their airplane kind of thing, and it's completely an accident and nobody knows how it happened. It would have to be big enough to prevent the whistleblower curse.
Okay.
Of just like multiple airplanes, doors just completely flying off midair with no real rhyme or reason.
So many mysterious heart attacks.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a plan B. I do think that I gravitate towards kick some ass.
Grizlar does want to fight. Yes, so sorry.
Oh no, I was just thinking, could we set up the contingency plan of like if we possibly meet our end kicking some ass, then this thing gets released in our stead? Like set it up good to go.
Oh, just in case I get
if we don't get back.
Yes, and Grizlar has somebody who can shoot it out too. Grizlar trusts his cousin Tormon to kind of be the, if you don't get a message by this time, Tormon's awesome. Tormon is great. I don't know. Yeah, so Grizlar has someone that has a failsafe if all goes wrong. So for now, we just kind of do what the major asks, correct? As we work on these other things, just to keep up appearances. Is that the mean, depending on what he asks, of course, but
I mean, yes.
But, we could just do our jobs badly. Like,
I mean, we're the Z team for a reason. I think we're already doing them badly.
well, no, I mean, but like, for
the major?
yeah.
Okay, we're the Z team for a reason. I think we're already doing them badly.
no matter what, if we would try. But I think Grizlar understands. I mean, maybe kind of incompetent. Because the major didn't say anything about like if we fail like trying. He didn't say like anything about him. It just says he wants us to do it. But there was no discussion of like
fail. We did fail it, yet somehow we still got in. So we set our his expectations of us very low. You're welcome.
Ooh, and Grizlar knows when he left too. He didn't leave on a good term, so he already thought less of us. I think at the time he was always kind of thought he was the best. So
for our audience, you will remember that Grizlar was very antagonistic towards the major. And so the major did not take that well. It was very antagonistic back.
Okay, granted. I mean, who threatened who first is all Grizlar's going to say. If you roll the tape.
You told him you could do whatever you want.
Well, because he said we can't do whatever we want. So Grizlar's like, no sense of like.
And then you immediately ask, what if we don't want to do any of this?
But we didn't ask so if we tried and failed though. So
yeah.
The vice point. So we can still be okay. We can try. So yeah. So all Grizlar agrees. Grizlar likes what was being down then because we weren't the best group. So. All right. Grizlar likes sick land.
Do you think that the major was always trying to set us up to be the fall team? Because, like, when you put it that way, you make a good point. We are Team Z, so why did he recruit us specifically?
Because we reached out to him.
That's fair. But still.
Todd's right. Grizlar thinks Todd's right. I think he could have said no.
Or not giving away his dastardly plan. Like, I don't know. Some part of my brain is kind of stuck on maybe he wanted us to fail. But why?
I mean, the major has never been a friendly or very thoughtful sort of person, at least as far as Grizlar knows. So it is a good point.
Do we know anybody that we've already interacted with that is good at IT?
So
your meta.
Going all the way back to episode 1, there is a little gray alien guy in the office.
Oh no, not that guy. Okay.
He's the IT guy.
I was thinking
outside of the organization.
I should have specified outside of the organization.
Okay, because I was like, you do know what? He was there. You made fun of him in episode 1. So I will say, if you want to know someone good at IT outside of the organization, I will need at least one backstory point from someone for them to know someone. But just doing a single one to know someone means I get to determine the relationship. If you want to pitch to me the kind of relationship you have with them, I can tell you the number of BS points I would need.
I have an idea, but I think you know where I'd go with this. So I'll let you go. You go first, Knucklex. I have an idea.
Well, I only have one BS point left. Because I only get 2 BS points.
Got you. Okay. I got a few.
I'm willing to spend it. It will be a random person. I would just hope it's a person that we can trust.
It's
Oh.
I think your backstory points reset because
they
we're
do.
technically at the start of a new episode.
So you have 2, not 1.
Oh, this is a new episode.
Yeah.
I was gone. Well then yes, I have 2. I'm willing to spend them to pitch that either one of my partners or one of my metas works in IT and is very good, and we can trust them.
With 2, I will let you have that it's probably a metamor who's in IT, and they're good at their job. But whether or not you can trust them and whether or not they'll do what you ask them, we'll have to see what happens. But you know someone who's good, and you know, like, they have the skills to do it.
I don't know that I would spend 2 BS points if I don't know that I could trust them.
Well, I mean, they might be a normal person. So if you're like, hey, I want you to hack into this thing and do this thing, and they'd be like, nope, I'm good.
No, okay, we'll clarify. I want them to look at the code that we were told to enter, and I want them to tell me what it would have done.
Yeah, if you want someone to just analyze something and not hack into something or track somebody or break into something, that's a lot more along the lines of something a normal person would do as a favor to somebody. To be like, oh, you have this strange thing that popped up. Yeah, I can look into it.
Okay, then I would spend my 2 BS points to have that person, but we're not yet there in the scene. You know, if we're starting to question back in scene, if we're starting to question, I can have somebody else name this metamor.
Brett? I don't know. That's the only. I don't know why Brett came to mind. But that's the first thing that pops in mind.
Brett is exactly the reason he's a meta and not a partner.
Damn.
Brett, I can have Brett. Brett is dating. Brett is Charlotte's one of Charlotte's other partners. I can have them look at this that we were supposed to have entered into the server and find out what it did.
That seems like a really good idea.
Find out if it was even supposed to do anything or if it was a decoy.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
To see if we follow. Grizlar would just say, just make sure. I would say, just don't text it to them. Just like write it out, or just. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. But Grizlar doesn't think that's a bad idea. Oh, I mean, if you want, Grizlar can go incognito with you because Grizlar knows that Maevis and Todd are going to meet someone too.
Yeah.
So we can kind of.
Yeah, we could do that together while they do their thing. Are you both safe? Because Vi doesn't know what that thing is. Are you both safe? Do you need backup or anything for this?
I think we'll be okay.
Okay, cool.
It might be a little bit tense, but it's. Well, Maevis's family isn't quite as fucked up as mine, so I think we'll be all right.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, we can go do that and then see what happens.
Yeah, so I think what we're gonna do, since it sounds like we're splitting the party, is we'll deal with Maevis and Todd and Maevis's sibling first. Maevis, did we ever name your sibling, or do you want to name your sibling now?
No, we didn't name them because there was the possibility that we were going to use I was going to use a BS point, and we left it open to the possibility of using a BS point to just pick a hero that we met sometime. I can name them real quick. Steven. Oh wait, we already used Steven.
I mean, it could be Steven too. It's just gonna be funny because the
Steven
other
with the PH.
Steven
Steven spelled differently.
Oh, you know what? It's Junior.
Oh no. Okay. So that means they're named after your dad. So what's your dad's name? You still gave yourself a name to
No,
give.
I think it's just Junior rather than like it. The name is actually Junior.
Oh gosh, that's like a millennial parent name. Yeah, and I would say, is your brother's power set similar to your dad's or different? Did you know at that point before they left?
It was more. It was similar to her dad's because before Mavis went to live with her mom, Mavis didn't have a power. Not until she signed the pact, but his powers were more similar to their father's.
Okay. Yeah, and I think you are aware, even if you've never like gone and hung out with him or talked about it, that he's pretty much at this time always at the skate park. I think he maybe even like runs a very, very, very small like boutique like skate business. Despite what his dad may think about it. But yeah, he's probably, you know where he's at. He's at the skate park.
Yeah, Mavis would summon a car. Mavis can afford to buy a car, but Mavis does not drive. Mavis would summon a car.
I like to think at this point, instead of like an Uber, it's a car service. Even if you do use your Uber app, like your mom has like backdoored the Uber app. So whenever you go to try to use it, it's just a car service that shows up. And Mavis is like, wow, the cars in Uber are great. I don't know what anyone else is talking about whenever they order one. Yeah, and a guy in like one of those driver suits comes out and around and opens the door for you and Todd. He's like,
Todd, like, jokingly is like, you don't want to take the tricked out minivan? I'm joking. We can take it's fine.
Okay, I didn't think you'd want to drive that around.
I think that the camera pans over to the tricked out minivan and you've left the underlights on and it's like strobing through colors slowly.
I wasn't sure you would want to drive that around.
No, honestly, it's fine. It's very silly.
It is very silly. But yes, we can take this. Then neither of us have to drive.
Valid.
The guy is still just standing there holding the door open for you.
Yeah, Mavis will get in. And I assume we'll pull up in a fancy
Lego
limo type car to the skate park.
You pull up to the skate park, not quite a limo, but definitely in like a car service, so like that all black town car situation. Yeah. And the driver gets out, walks back around, opens the door again for you. And you see like a skate park full of people like skating. It's very loud. People also seem to be rollerblading some there.
I think as Todd gets out of the car, he looks at the driver and is like, do you have like Venmo or something? And just like does a quick tap to pay with his dad's credit card to tip the man.
I think he just like showed it to you because like out of instinct, but he has already been paid by Maevis's mom. So he's just like, thank you, sir, and like closes
You
the
can take
door
an additional tip.
and goes back around to the driver's seat and just waits. Definitely not Uber behavior to just wait.
Mavis has never interacted with an actual Uber driver, has no idea.
No, it's always been this kind of thing. And you're like, this is normal.
Yeah, we'll go to the skate park. I mean, I guess we'll probably look around, but we'll just, kind of find a seat to like sit down and like, they're like, okay, where is he?
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to spot your brother because of a couple of things. One, he's probably one of the better skateboarders there. And two, he's kind of using his power a little bit to augment and make it very showy as he's skating. And he's definitely probably the oldest one at the skate park by like 10 years. Kind of like Tony Hawk at a normal skate park kind of deal, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just doing his thing. I don't know a lot of skate terms. Half pipe, 360, kickflip. All of that comes from my Tony Hawk skateboarding PlayStation game days. That's all I know.
All real tricks. You got all real tricks.
I know, they're all real tricks, and they give you a lot of points if you do them a lot. Grind. I know that one. But yeah, so you could definitely spot him. And there's like after a while, there's like a beat where like he takes a break and lets some other people like use the half pipe and other things in the park.
Okay. Does he walk over to Maevis, or is Maevis gonna have to get up and go to him?
I don't think he's even noticed that you've arrived, because I think you see him like once he gets out of the half pipe, kind of walks over to where it looks like he has some like gear and like water bottle and stuff. And you can see what looks like, definitely from your experience of both your father and your mother, a like security guard sitting next to his bag and stuff. Like he has a bodyguard.
Yeah. Do you want to take the lead on this, Maevis, or do you want me to go get his attention?
No, I can do this. Just stay nearby for moral support.
Absolutely. You got it.
Okay. Well, showtime. And Mavis will walk over and very awkwardly just say, "Oh, looks like you're getting pretty good out there."
And I don't think he looks up quite yet. I think as you approach and you say something, I think what you see happens is I think his guard, seeing someone approach, hands him a photo and a Sharpie. Having that handed to him, he just signs it and like holds it out for you as you start speaking, and then looks up and sees who it is. Oh, I didn't think you'd be coming by today, and like tries to just like hand the picture back off to the security guy.
Yeah, well, it was kind of urgent.
What's up?
So came as soon as I had time.
Are you okay? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know like what brothers am I supposed to like behind you, like where is my line? Because like punching a girl is wrong. But my instinct is just to like give you a little.
Oh, I'll be honest, I don't know. We haven't actually done the brother and sister thing in a long, long time. Like, I'm fine, but just, I need you to be aware that there could be somebody that would try to get to you because of me.
And I think at that he kind of looks at his bodyguard and goes, "Hey, Dylan, can you take a lap, just like perimeter check or whatever it is that you all do?" And you see the guy just kind of like give like a almost a deep sigh, but without the sound, and just nods and gets up and starts walking the perimeter of the skate park. And your brother offers you like a seat on the bench. He's like, "Okay, why don't we sit down and let's talk about this?" And he like grabs you a drink from his bag and like hands it to you and is like, "Okay, what's going on?"
Do you actually want the full story? Because I was kind of just gonna give you the a shortened version.
I mean, the cliff notes sounded like, "Hey, I'm in something bad. Something might try to happen to you." So like, I'm more concerned about you in this point because I can take care of myself, and like 90% of the time I'm surrounded by other heroes. So like, I'm not too worried about me. I'm more worried in this moment about you.
I mean, I can take care of myself, and it's more like if something goes wrong, mistakes happen, they would, want revenge and take it out on you, to try to hurt me. Look, I can protect the people closest to me, but the people in the outer circle, like you, I need you to know so you can not be surprised if something happens. Does that make sense?
So what I'm getting from this is you're in a situation where someone is threatening those close to you.
Yes.
I guess my question would then be, why would you assume I'm one of those people? I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but like the last time we talked was like a year and a half ago.
I know, but I don't know if they know that. And whether or not we talk, you're still technically my brother. And they
I mean,
might
there's no
still think,
technically about it. We're siblings. That was never a question.
okay, yeah, fine. But that means to me that they could still try to use you.
How much have you kept up with Dad and I in the whole like news hero cycle?
N- Not at not at all.
So he kind of like reaches into his bag, and I think you see him pull out like one of those switchblade knives, and he does it, and he flips it around, and he goes to stab his arm, and the blade just crumples as it reaches his arm, like accordion style. have a little bit of a power upgrade from last time you saw me. I'm gonna be real. I can't even get like shots and things anymore. That's a little annoying. But I'm pretty invulnerable.
Okay, that's interesting. Look, yeah, I don't pay attention to what I mean, are you even still working with that? Because like I really, really avoid anything relating to him.
I mean, we occasionally still do like partner team ups. Dad's still doing the whole freelancer thing. Although less lately because he's like off in like Tibet meditating and like getting in touch with himself. It's like a whole thing. Honestly, I'm glad you don't know about it because the pictures of him and his little like outfit for it are seared into my brain and will never leave me. And I'm glad you don't have that in your brain because I'm gonna be real. No amount of bleach in the brain or in my eyeballs will ever have me rid of that image.
Okay.
Mostly, I just I do skate competitions. I have a skate shop. I actually funded the skate park.
Okay.
I occasionally do hero things like when I need like an influx of cash. But I mean I never really wanted that life. It was just kind of like picked for me. My dad was like, "I have a kid who has powers. I have a sidekick built in." Ta-da!
Real quick. This whole time, Maevis has been receiving a steady stream of moral support texts. So Todd was like, "Let me know if you need me to step in." Okay, not for nothing, that knife thing was cool. And then like the last line, Todd just like all caps was like, "Oh, something you can relate on."
I think like he says that like as like there's an awkward laugh. Yeah. Um you know, it's kind of how I ended up in the situation that I'm in now. Um I've been mom's idea working with Death Lasered. Um Not too happy about it myself, but are you working with anybody?
I mean, I have a few companies that have pretty much, they let me know when they have a job that they'd be interested in me being on the roster, but I don't really like work for any one company. I mean, we still have like hero brunches and whatever, but like, I just kind of, I mean, skate's my thing. Like, I didn't want to do the hero thing, but it's nice as a backup if I need it. And there are so many heroes and things running around. It's not really like anyone needs a hero, right?
Yeah.
Like we don't even have like a firefighter service anymore. We have powered individuals.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, if I needed your help,
Mhm.
could I ask for it?
Yeah, sis, you can always have my help. I know we don't
Sibling bonding.
we don't really do, and he just like awkwardly gestures between like this entire time. This is not how you remember your brother. Your brother was like brash and loud and overconfident and like all kinds of things that he not is currently. He's very chill, very mellow, seems a little socially awkward. And he's like, I know we don't do this thing, but like, I mean, you're still my sister. Like, yeah, if you need me, I'll be there. as long as your mom's not there, because I'm gonna be real, your mom scares me.
I mean, that is fair. Sometimes she scares me too.
Like the last time I remember seeing her, she was standing in the doorway into our backyard with her summon sword, and it was like pouring rain in the yard, and it was really scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Well, I don't know the exact plan yet. We're working out some details, but I might need your help.
Whatever you need. This is probably a better number to reach me. He like reaches for a business card and like flips it over and ignores whatever's on the business card and writes a different number than what you have. That number you went to is kind of like I mean, we still have it in case someone messages it, like in this case, but it honestly, it's just run by the company at this point. So this one's my actual number, so I won't have to like go through people to get to me, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. That's good to know.
And I mean, you know, if you ever want to stop by the skate shop, you're welcome to. Called Jumped Over the Moon.
Last text. Todd, can I stop by the skate shop?
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to do that sometime.
Cool.
So
who's the like creepy guy that's just been intensely staring at us this whole time? Do I need to handle him? Are you okay?
Yeah, actually that's my friend Todd. I didn't know how this meeting was gonna go, if I'm being honest. And
Hi, Todd. Sorry I called you creepy.
Hey, what's up, bro?
I brought Todd with just for moral support.
Friends are always a good thing to have.
For what it's worth, your sister's like really cool, and she's my best friend, and it's nice to. I think we met when we were way younger, but hi.
I think he just like he tries really hard not to laugh and is like attempting to like cover his mouth so like you don't see him try not to burst out laughing. He's that over enthusiastic kid. Yeah, I remember him.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, we actually should maybe try to hang out more, but we agree that you don't have to see my mom and I don't have to see Dad, and we can do that. Yeah.
Unless you're in Tibet, you're not gonna really run into Dad.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely. Actually, I think probably gonna stop by the skate shop now. It seems like Todd wants to go. So
yeah, jump over the moon. And he'll take you. I think he goes to walk to his car service, and his bodyguard like just kind of like joins behind you guys, and then sees another car service sitting there on the curb too, and it's like, do you want to ride with me, or do you, it looks like you have your own?
Oh, yeah, yeah, we can ride with you. It'll be fine. And just like we'll wave the guy to like that he can leave.
So you wave him to leave, but I think what actually happens is he circles the block and follows the town car to the
Well,
skate shop.
absolutely. He's more than likely under orders to keep an eye on.
Yeah, he
Maevis.
follows the car to the skate shop and then parks around the corner where you can't see him, so that when you call an Uber, he can show up. Yeah, you get taken to the skate shop. It's called Jump Over the Moon. The logo is someone doing a kickflip over the moon. It is a boutique custom skate shop. So like the front of it is you enter in, and the main storefront is just like picking all the various parts of the skate.
Okay, important question. Are your brother's powers at all moon related? Or is this like a subliminal he was thinking of you when he made the brand for his skate shop thing?
I'm actually real with you at this point. I don't remember what all his powers are. So maybe?
And I think he's just been like kind of like taking you through it. It is the front of it is like pick your type of wheel, pick your type of board, pick your type of hardware, pick the style of like grip on the top you want. Do you want custom art on the bottom of the board done for you? We have artists on hand to do custom art on the bottom of it. Do you want it laser engraved? Like it's very much a boutique but fully customized skate shop. And you actually like he'll give you a little bit of a tour, and like in the back part they're actually making skateboards. So like if you really want to pay, you can fully just make a complete custom one with like your own set of dimensions and weight and material and all of that. Like they're by hand making the boards. Yeah, this is it. You know, it's great to have some like local artists come in occasionally, and they'll do like special limited edition boards where they'll like do art on some of them. It's really great for like charity auctions, because then like you can get like an artist to come in and do a single board, and then those normally go for like a lot of money. So we do that like a couple times a year. Our Pride collection is always like a lot, but all of that goes to like the Trevor Project and those things. Like I don't need the money. You know, it's just really, and you know, I get a test if we come up with a new like combo product, like because we do have some like suggestions on combinations of things. I get to test it. I get to go to all the cool skate like events, and I mean we sponsor all the local ones, and you know we were really big in the X Games this last year.
That is amazing. Honestly, it's not what I expected. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I try. I don't want to get like too big, because it feels like that starts bordering on like the corporate-y, like just in it for the money kind of thing. So I think this is probably as big as I'm ever gonna get this shop. Like maybe I'll make another one in like Europe, but I don't want a lot of them.
Cool. Yeah, that's sounds like you put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's my slice of heaven. He like awkwardly gestures around as he says that.
Maevis, I don't think Maevis really knows what to say, because Maevis also like definitely sticks out like a sort of thumb in here.
Todd, you've been introduced to a custom skate shop with a very like bro, but like chill bro culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's so excited. I don't think that Todd is a skater. I think he just likes it as a concept. And
it looks really cool, and the X Games are really fun to watch.
Yeah, and it's also like, do you guys do like gift cards? Because I don't skate, but my friends' kids do, and they might want to come here. Can I get like a like a gift card so they could come get a skateboard, like a custom skateboard done by you guys?
I mean, we could start doing gift cards. We've never really had anyone want to do them before, but I don't see why we
Some
couldn't.
form of like store credit.
Yeah, we can set something up. Do you know what your friends' kids are into?
Only in the vaguest of senses. Actually, Dr. Rash would probably know better. And just starts like texting Dr. Rash on the side, be like, okay, so what have you been working on with Grizlar's kids?
I think he's just been encouraging them to do it because Grizlar didn't want them to skate, and then Dr. Ash was like, bah!
Okay, I mean, Grizlar, he wanted, like, it's, like, it was just dangerous, they were young, you know, I mean, Grizlar has to be that kind of dad, fine. He may have been against it because he didn't know skate culture at the beginning, so.
Well, because you tried to get them to be like, being a cleaner is cool, being a custodian is cool, and they're like, skateboarding, and Dr. Ash was like, skateboarding!
Yeah, that tracks, that yes.
But yeah, I mean, we don't have to spend a ton of time on this. We'll just say that Todd gets some sort of store credit set up for Grizlar's kids to use later.
And I think, Maevis, on your way out, you see a skateboard displayed on the wall, not for sale, that looks a little bit older, a little bit more beat up. The wheels are a little bit worn down. But the part that's displayed is the art on the bottom of the board. Now, you and your sibling might not have always had the best relationships, but there were moments where, like, both of your parents were fighting with each other, where you guys went and, like, hid off together to try and ignore the fact that not only were your parents, like, argument fighting, but sometimes, like, fighting, because hero villain. And I think it is, like, clearly, like, acrylic paint painted on, like, mural on the bottom of this skateboard. And it's probably like he had just gotten the skateboard for like Christmas or birthday or something. And you guys painted the bottom of it together.
Yeah, I think like Maevis like stops for a second and then it doesn't run, but has to like hurries out of the shop a little bit. I don't think she definitely wasn't expecting that or ready for it. Mm-hmm. So she's definitely maybe feeling a little overwhelmed by that.
Yeah, and as you call an Uber and your car comes around the corner and picks you up, we're going to cut over to Vi and Grizlar. Vi, you had what to go with Grizlar to check out your IT friend to try and get them to look at this code. You are immune.
Okay.
Okay.
First thing is that Vi would have written down the code on a piece of paper or a small little notebook in her pocket or something, so that she wasn't actually showing the phone to and so she's not showing the phone to Brett. And then we go, where does Brett work? What is Brett well, it's evening, so Brett at this point, I think, right?
So you probably know a little bit from Charlotte about Brett. Brett owns his own home, works from home because he works in cybersecurity and does IT cybersecurity consulting. So like kind of runs his own business from his home, doing that consulting for other companies. Probably for like small to medium-sized companies because they're always the ones that like don't have their own NetSec team, despite the fact that they probably should be the ones to have at least a NetSec person on staff. So like they own the home, they do this, they that, and I think Charlotte probably spends like a portion of her time with them at their home, so like is able to like tell you, like, oh, if you like
probably been there too.
Yeah, like so I think he hosts things there for like all of the like metamors and partners and stuff to come to, because it's like his own decent bit of land and home, so he'll like host like barbecues, and like he has a pool, so pool parties and things like that.
Then I think I'll shoot him a text on my regular phone and be like, hey, I had something real weird happen, and I'm hoping that you could I could stop by real quick for you to look at this code that was sent to me and tell me if I need to do something about it, ?
Yeah, sure, like roll on through. I mean, you know where I live.
Just to give him a little heads up that I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And then we'll head that way.
Yeah, and it is for Grizlar, because Grizlar has not seen it. And for Nekla, because Nekla has not been described to this, even though Vi has been there before. It is not quite in a suburb. It's in one of those neighborhoods where everyone has a little bit more land, so there's a little bit more space between neighbors. He has a large privacy fence that runs down the sides of his home and in the backyard of his part. It's a multi-story house. It's a nice pale blue color. It's very like nondescript, like normal looking in the front. But Vi would know it's not very normal looking on the inside. Like despite the fact being named Brett and being a tech bro, like his rooms are like almost themed, but like in a way that blends together, like Art Deco, Art Nouvella, like slightly different that takes you through it. And I have a question for Vi. You were in the lunch period before you get the text describing to Grizlar what dungeons and
funny. That was very funny. Yes.
Is that something Vi just knows from being in the like sphere in the community, or is that something Vi knows because Vi and or partners participate in that?
I probably Vi does participate in some things, but because of her condition is probably not a frequenter to a dungeon. But partners and maybe before her condition, like that was it's kind of like I envision her polycule to just be like super open and chill, and like they talk about this kind of stuff because they've got open communications, and there's some stuff that they keep private. But like if Brett's got a dungeon in his house, then Vi knows about it.
Yeah, I think he definitely does. And I think also he probably hosts those kinds of like parties here too, which is why he has such tall privacy fencing.
Yeah.
So like he purposely makes the front look very normal and nondescript because the inside is very much not.
But yeah.
And I think when you ring the doorbell, the door just kind of like opens by itself.
Yeah, and Vi walks in and is like, hey, I brought my buddy Grizlar with me. And then we go in the house.
Yeah, and I think you just hear from like a speaker, like one of those Bluetooth speakers is somewhere in the ceiling. Oh, hey, just in my office wrapping something up. I'll be there. I'll be with you in a second. You grab something to drink from the kitchen. And I'll be with you in a second. And you just hear like the click of like someone turning off a microphone.
Yeah, we'll kind of go hang out in like the kitchen dining area. Go grab a drink and get something for Grizlar.
Yeah, and I would say Grizlar, when you go look in the kitchen and you get like go look to see what you want to drink, there's like kaiju specialty stuff in there too.
But the real question is, how clean is the place? That's the real question. Like, is there any dust? Like, how clean is this place?
I'm gonna go based off of the people I know in this community and say extremely clean.
Dang.
Um,
He just
He
listed by
and in
this nod.
IT, he's got some robots. Okay.
Not only, yeah, like especially the kinky aspect, like everything is super duper clean for a reason that shall not be discussed.
As long as there's no red panda foxes or whatever those things are called, like Grizlar's happy, at least now with these robots, it's nice and clean.
Yeah.
And he is surprised to see the kaiju specialist, and everywhere has that, so he's like, wow. So.
Why doesn't explain it?
You even see like some kaiju special like spicy snacks on the counter too.
Oh, does he have lots of kaiju over too? I mean, that's Grizlar hasn't. I mean, Grizlar's happy about it, but just kind of curious.
Maybe once in a while, and she'll like toss us some snacks or something.
So I think like he comes in. You've probably got like a couple of minutes before he comes in. I'm going to say, but Vi, I will let you jump in if you want it. Otherwise, Brett comes in. He's in like very much like IT like business casual garb. Like he probably was on a phone call or something. He is barefoot. But that's mostly because he's a draconian. So kind of like a dragonborn scales. He does have like wings that are folded currently behind him. And he does have like a little bit of claws on his hands and a little bit of claws on his feet, and he is scaled. He is a almost like a pale yellow, pale gold scaled draconian, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Brett, Grizlar, Brett. Yeah, so it was just this is mostly like, yeah, it's just like a thing that I am just super curious about. But somebody hacked my work tablet, and I managed to copy down what they were putting in before our nanobots got involved. And so, I mean, technically, probably the nanobots took care of it, but like, I am super curious. I want to make sure if I'm being targeted, like, and I hand him over the little notebook.
Yeah, and he takes it there and he's like, "Did this just like pop on your screen or in your Word doc? Like, where did you see this pop up?"
Oh, like my tablet froze, and then the command, the little black box with just typing in it, that thing that I don't touch it. I don't know. Yeah, it popped up, and then the nanobots took over it and stopped it.
I mean, the naming convention is like really weird, and I'm actually gonna have him roll to see how much he can gain from this.
Oh, come on.
He does have a +5 because mystery is like the intellect shenanigans. So not bad. I mean, it's also pretty obvious because it's like just late. It is written out. He's like, well, it looks like they're like calling in or downloading a file that is called, and I swear I remember my own command line, the-end executable. So it seems like they were trying to like call into the system an executable file. I can't tell from just this like what the executable file would do once it was in the system. But if they were trying to load it into the system and it wasn't like your system admin or like your IT people doing it for like maintenance or updates or whatever, probably not a good thing, whatever the-end executable was doing. I'm going to be real though. You work at a villain company, right? That's what Charlotte said at one point. They're very like on the nose. The IT guys are. They find it funny to be very on the nose with their naming things. So like the-end executable could be very innocuous and be like the end of a hardware type or a software version, and they're just like subbing out the new version, but they call it the end because it's the end for that thing. But if this is an exterior force trying to download this executable into your system via the command line prompt, so that it can run, I mean, it looks like it's downloading it into the networked server base. And this part here, this execute part before it, makes me think that might be like the executive like folder or section, or like the boot run, maybe like the program section of the server. Again, this root.evil and network-death, IT people think they're funny.
Yeah. So you think that whatever they were trying to call had not been downloaded yet, or had already been downloaded and they were just trying to activate it?
It looks like it's trying to map in a executable without knowing like if that was the only line they were going to try to execute, if there were more command line prompts after that they were going to do if they managed to do it. I don't know. But I mean, if it didn't work, then the thing they wanted to happen to whatever server or system they were trying to get into probably didn't happen.
Yeah, I just, call me a little paranoid. They confiscated my tablet afterwards. So I just wanted to make sure that it was actually like not just a random thing of text and, a prank, or if I don't know, I'm always worried about being targeted. That's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, if they confiscated it, it was probably to like do a scrub and investigation on it to see if they could get any like IP addresses or anything that points to like the source of the hack. But I mean, it's only paranoid if it's not true. Am I right?
Yeah, it was very true.
My entire business model.
Were you going to say something, Grislar?
I don't know. No, because I think he answered it. And Grizlar will ask. I mean, and there's no way to safely test something like this to see if it is, or to see what it could do, because that.
I mean, if you had the file it's trying to map to on the server and or the file that they were attempting to download, then I could look into the file and see what the executable code was trying to do. But without that, and just with what looks like a mapping for the command line to the executable, or for the executable to be downloaded to, I don't really,
Okay.
It's like being told, hey, in this location is a book, but you have no idea what's in the book, so you don't know if the book tells you like a fairy tale, or tells you how to build a bomb, or tells you like, how to drive a car. Like, you don't know what the book itself says.
Gotcha. Okay. Grizlar understands.
That's a really good comparison. I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. I have to talk to a lot of executives all the time.
No, I wouldn't say anything about that. Okay, that was all I needed. I really appreciate you taking the time. I guess now I owe you a favor, so.
Yeah, I mean, just bring that special punch to the next pool party.
Oh, you know I will. I don't even know if that counts. Of course I'm going to have that.
And I guess Grizlar, right?
Yes. Grizlar's name is Grizlar.
And like he kind of like looks at you as he's saying this to be like, "Is this okay?" Are also welcome at our next pool party.
Oh, Grizlar enjoys pool parties, and
Grizlar,
not the best swimmer, but Grizlar.
Vi like puts her hand on top of Grislar's head and says, probably not.
Grizlar likes to party. I mean, Grizlar can be hip.
We'll talk about it in the car. Yeah, and then we and Vi's like, yeah, we won't keep you, and they probably take off.
Yeah, and I think he walks with you to the front door and is like, if something like that pops up again, let me know, because if it pops up on a different machine, then it might be more of like a virus spready thing and more of a something to worry about. But I mean, from what you described to me, it sounds like a more targeted attack. Like maybe your device was the easiest to break into, and they were going to try to use it to expand their reach. So if it doesn't happen again, it's not really anything to be too terribly worried about.
Yep. Perfect.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
Kind of closes the door.
And as we walk back, I don't know if we probably drove or we probably took Uber. I don't know. Vi's like, so do you remember earlier when I was explaining to you certain non-kaiju fighting ceremonies?
Yes, Grizlar remembers. Yes.
Yeah, that's sometimes we call them pool parties. They're a little bit too intimate. But if we have a non-fighting party, we'll definitely have you all over.
Which does happen. Occasionally you guys just have like a normal party, because some of the partners in Metamorphs, they do have like family and kids and things. And you guys all still have like game nights and movie nights and like normal stuff you guys do together. But most of the time, yes, pool party in your group is code for something very specific.
I mean, Grizlar's okay. Grizlar's okay with that. I mean, Grizlar doesn't understand because Grizlar likes fighting, but Grizlar will come to these other parties. So if they're...
Why do I have this picture of Grizlar and Fam rolling up to one of these actual like barbecue pool parties, like normal ones, and just being like, all right, who's ready to fight?
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, and the Grizlar will also say too, well, at least Brett was able to give us some good information, so it does seem like what they had was real, I guess you could say. It wasn't just a fake.
Yeah.
So.
And I will say, as both of you all, Skate Shop and Brett, scenes come to a close, I will say all four of you do get text messages. Todd, yours is from Dot. Maevis, yours is from Cyrene. Vi, yours is from Sloshplop. And Grizlar, yours, strangely enough, is from an unknown number, but is accompanied by a selfie of a group of red pandas. And you are all being warned to not come into Death Laser. You're all being warned to take a couple sick days.
Wait, did they actually think that we thought we still work there?
You didn't tell anyone at the company that you guys know anything that was going on, so they're That's sending true. You a warning to be like, take a couple sick days.
And I also think the funniest part is that Sloshplop fully texts in perfect English.
Yes.
Anyways,
they're
were the red pandas trying to help me?
Touch capacitive.
Were the red pandas being like nice?
So
why would they even tell me this? Like,
just
are they like
to remind the audience, the red pandas don't have an issue with Grizlar. Grizlar has an issue with the red pandas.
Todd will lean over to look at the text that Grizlar got and just kind of confirm for him. Yeah, they are attempting to be nice, man. That's what's happening.
Grizlar's the one with the problem with the red pandas. You were the red pandas' boss, and they were like always happy, and you taught them kaiju, but you taught them cuss words, but told them there was good things. Like, they look up to you.
when Todd explains it, because they have that bro ship now too, so when Todd explains it, Grizlar sees the error of his ways, and now Grizlar realizes like they were always bros too. And so
they were just made for a very specific purpose.
That's the biggest character development of the whole season.
Grizlar forgives the red pandas. In Grizlar's defense, they did kind of take a shot, but Grizlar knows they did do it on purpose now. So
They
thanks
didn't
to
do
the
it at
bro.
all. They were just given jobs.
Alright, they still kick Grizlar out, kind of, but Grizlar realizes like they are the bro too. So yeah, he just texts back just like thanks with a smiley face emoji.
And you get a picture of like what's truly a ludicrous number of them, like 50 to 80, all giving a thumbs up to one of them who's holding it up for like a group selfie.
Dang, now Grizlar's gonna miss them not seeing them now. Dang.
Okay, when we take down the company, we'll just hire them to our new thing.
How did their little limbs get the angle to get 50 to 80 of the? Are they like on sticks?
They have one of those like the selfie sticks.
They put it on the end of a broom.
I will actually say in Grizlar, when you're asked how did they get this, you actually see the very bottom of a mop being held by the one in the front taking the picture, almost like their phone is attached to the other end of a mop.
Yeah, Grizlar explains exactly what model this to. Oh, that's a model mop that they're using.
And you see the one next to
Top
the one in the front holding their hand like this, because there was that one time where smartphones started being like, hold this and it will take a picture for your selfie.
Mhm. Well, I guess we're taking sick days.